I know more secrets, but this time it's about Toontown. Let's go. Mickey's Toontown opened in Disneyland on January 4th, 1993. Each letter of the Toontown sign is made to resemble a Mickey Mouse character, and over the gates, the Toontown Handy Helpers references, the Handy Helpers from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the Mouse Ear Society referencing the mouse ears, the Junior Woodchucks is from DuckTales, and the Toontown Hysterical Society. It's a reference to the Walt Disney's Ink and Paint Department, established in the 1940s. The design of the brushes on the logo is reminiscent of the video game Epic Mickey. Toontown says it's the best friend city with Duckburg, Spoonerville, Hot Dog Hills, and Mouseton, which are the cities from DuckTales, Goof Troop. Hot Dog Hills is from Mickey Mouse cartoons, and Mouseton is home of some Mickey Mouse characters. If you look up at the Toontown skyline, the old mill from the 1937 short is visible, along with Walt's Barn, which hosted the Arrowwood Pacific Miniature Railroad, which inspired Disneyland. In the back here, you'll see a Toontown sign that looks a lot like the Hollywood sign. You see Centennial Park, which is inspired by the tree that Walt would sit under when he was daydreaming of ideas. And this has a bunch of tree roots that kids can like climb all over. And one neat thing is that it has Braille on it. Goofy's How-To Play Yard is another play area for children of 2 to 12 years old. It was previously known as Goofy's Bounce House. This area over here is the area that's a little bit bouncy just based on the ground. There's some hopscotch. This area has a lot of stimulation activities, a lot of interactive things, like these will make noises if you do things to them. Just really an area for kids to keep busy and get a bunch of energy out. So as you enter, you see a scarecrow of Goofy. You keep going around. It says this way to Bigfoot Lookout. You can either take the ropes up or this ramp. You'll turn and you'll see bait ideas for Bigfoot. The one Easter egg is the ABC soup from the Goofy movie. And I totally missed this while filming, but the pepperonis make a hidden Mickey. Over here has more Easter eggs from the Goofy movie, like Bigfoot, Max, PJ over there. And these are just things to spin. Just another stimulation activity. And in his treehouse over here, if you spin this, it'll crank and make all the noisemakers turn. Cue another hidden Mickey I forgot to point out. Along with a map of how to trap Bigfoot, which is just one of those things that everybody liked to do as a kid by tracing with their finger. And over here you have slides that you can go down, which have like tubes on them that make noise as you go down them. And then on this side is kind of like bumpy areas for kids to climb up and down to get up here. On the outside you'll see it's called Fort Max. There's power line everywhere. And then as you go into Goofy's house, this is Candy Makers Wanted, and that is a reference to Goofy's Candy Co., which is a shop in Disney Springs in Florida. Inside there is a portrait as a reference to Step Brothers. But you've got other portraits like Goofy introducing Max to Mickey and Minnie, Max's height wall, age 2.5, age 4, age 6, and now. And then it says, my dad, keep going, and it goes all the way up. Got them fishing, him cooking with his grandma, and in here is a bunch of more interactive things that you can do. And the oven, if you turn it, it's supposed to make them go, yeah, it makes it get hotter, and it makes the balls fly. The burners on the stove are a Mickey. Press the button on the blender. It makes the balls all go up into the tube, and they kind of just fly around the room. The blender is called a churnabog, which is a reference to Chernabog from Fantasia. And over here, if you turn this, it can kind of be a game. The balls are up in here, try to get them all throughout this by turning the things at the bottom. Kind of like a pinball machine. Thanks for any secret ingredient. You can turn this. Goofy's vacuum is called All Sucks to reference him saying all shucks. And then when you go next door, you have Donald's Duck Pond, which is normally a wet pad play area. There's normally like fountains that are going over here for kids to play in the water, but those are not going right now. They don't go all the time. Got flowers over here that spin if you sit in and spin them. Over to the entrance of Goofy's house, in between Goofy's house and Donald's ship, you have like teeter-totters. And then back over, Donald's boat is called the SS Miss Daisy for very obvious reasons. Inside you can see Huey, Dewey, Louie from DuckTales. And if you do, you can spin this to spin him different ways. You can crank this to move him side to side. Go around and you pump this. Webby will float up and down. Eventually, there she goes. And if you spin this, the sea stars will spin around him. There's also a seated area over here. Nice shaded seated area. And a little tent that Huey, Dewey, and Louie would probably build in their scouts. If you're looking to avoid a lot of people and a lot of children, literally rope drop is the way to go right now. Look, Mickey's meeting outside of his house instead of going inside. That's so cute. And then on the front of the ship, you can see Daisy carved on the front. Chippendale's Gadget Go Coaster is like a first coaster for kids. It does have a 35-inch height requirement, and it does get a long wait sometimes. Okay, so you can't film on the ride at all, but as you see, it literally just goes around in like two little circles, and that's about it. Gadget's Go Coaster, it's really cute, it's fun, it's a great first kids coaster. If you're going as adults, definitely gonna have to sit separate. I can barely fit in the car myself. Just heads up, the wait time does take quite a long time because there is only ever one cart running and only has 8 rows. If there's adults, they're gonna take up most of the space. So that one always gets a long wait time. I think I only waited about 15 minutes just now, but it goes up pretty drastically throughout the day. Right outside the exit of Gadget's Go Coaster is another popcorn cart. Popcorn is $6. They also have sodas and the seasonal popcorn buckets. Where's Mo from?
He's the
new conductor.
Yeah.
Cute. Love him.
Always making popcorn.
So it's super cute. Every popcorn cart has a little figure that's pushing the crank to make the popcorn. And turns out that one's name is Mo. That was super cute. I'm glad the cast member stepped in and gave me a little more information. That was really cute. And then over here is a nice seated area that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's very spacious for kids to run around. It's shaded over there in the cave. It's just a nice getaway area for parents to sit down. It says all dogs must be kept on a leash, and it's Figaro walking Pluto. Next up, we're doing Mickey's house, where you can also meet Mickey. Notice his mailbox is shaped like his actual face. His doormat is shaped like his head. The window looking into his door is a half hidden Mickey. There's a doggy door with a Pluto cutout like he escaped. Got some pictures from some shorts and also a picture of Walt and Mickey. In here, we've got a bunch of different books that are like parroting a bunch of other older books. The red one, you see some hidden Mickeys at the top. My Fair Mouse has a hidden Mickey right here. Got a steamboat in a bottle. On Mickey's piano, you can find a bunch of hidden Mickeys in what would be the music book notes, and then you can see a hidden Goofy right there. Got a letter from Minnie and Goofy, a wedding invitation, an advertisement for Jiminy Cricket. It looks like calendar rip-outs with quotes on it that he liked. There's an answering machine. We'll play messages.
I'm in my movie barn right now, and I'll be there all day. Lots of filming to be done, you know.
Here's the to-do list right here. You can also see the metronome has a hidden Mickey on the tip. There's a hidden Mickey on the red book right there. In Mickey's storage, there's a drum, and the knobs along the rim make hidden Mickeys. And Mickey's gloves are on the cuckoo clock's hands. There's also this mirror in the barn where Mickey appears and disappears. And there's a paintbrush on Donald's workbench that has paint splashes that form Mickey.
In the actual queue to meet Mickey, they play Mickey shorts.
Hi, Mickey. How are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you for having me to your concert. It's the best concert ever. Oh, that's not looking good, huh? Yes, you've got it all together. One-man band. You are the leader. Can we take a picture? On all the tires on Mickey's car, all the hubcaps, even the spare tire, have a hidden Mickey in the center. You got Minnie's house over here. See, her mailbox is also looks like her. She has a cute Christmas tree up right now with a bunch of bows on it. Her house is a lot smaller than Mickey's is, but occasionally you can also meet her in the back. She has a radio playing too. She has portraits of Mickey, of course. She has a magazine with Clarice from Chip and Dale on it. There's a portrait from Silly Symphonies right here, the flowers and the trees. The books also have mouse references on them. A doll's mouse, Little Mouse on the Prairie, Mouse Party. She has an answering machine too that'll eventually play messages from different Toontown characters. A nice vanity area. And then her computer is interactive. Normally if you press the buttons, you can see emails from different characters on it. Right now it's not working, or else I would show you. And then you can actually open her fridge and you'll see all the cheeses known to Mousekind. And one thing to note in here is that there's a hidden Mickey on the cheese relish. And on her fridge, you'll see some coupons, a note from Mickey, a shopping list, a recipe. You can make a cake form by turning the knob on her oven. On her table, you'll see a memo from Minnie. Please try my special diet cookies. Humorously yours, Minnie. And you can't even reach them because there's glass under them. Make her dishwasher go by turning the knob. Back here is usually where Minnie will meet during the day. It gets very busy. You can sit and have tea with Minnie. And in the center of all this is also another seated area. You can bring the picnic basket that they sell at Good Boy Grocers and sit in the grass and eat, or you can just sit on the benches under the trees for some shade. Passing by bathrooms, it's made to look like a gas station. And inside the window of Good Boy Grocers, you have all of your ABC soup. And then all the cereal boxes have names that are references. Waffle Mix is a reference to Goofy. Bagel Boys is a reference to the Beagle Boys. Woodchuck Cookies is a reference to DuckTales. Silly Sugar Symphony is obviously Silly Symphony. Wholesome Ghost references the Lonesome Ghosts. Yeah, and over at Good Boy Grocers, you'll find a bunch of like fruit and sodas. You can buy the picnic basket here, which you put together by picking 3 snack items and either a water or a juice box. They are $26, so you can take that over to the grass area and just chill out there. And they also sell freezes, ices, whatever they're called. And they have a bunch of different flavors. And next door, you've got Cafe Daisy, right next to a reference to ink and paint. for the menu for Cafe Daisy. You've got things from hot dogs, pizzas, garden wraps for vegetarians, kids meals. You've got donuts. Then you have a specialty lemonade and tea along with your normal sodas. This restaurant does have mobile order, so I highly recommend that because the line gets long. Next door you have Samba School, based on the Three Caballeros. Above the bank they have Toontown Money, and Roger Rabbit is on the dollar and Mickey's on the coin. Then you have a pretty large seating area for Cafe Daisy. Out here it does get so full though. And then on the courthouse there's a window for Scrooge McDuck. Right in the center of everything is a fountain with Mickey and Minnie right in the middle. Occasionally they'll rope this off and have characters meet around the center. And in Toontown you'll find a lot of character meet and greets of the Fab Five. You'll find Clarabelle, you'll find Pete. There's Donald right there. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is the first ride at Disneyland to host Mickey Mouse and his friends. It has no height requirement. Right at the top there, you can see that it says El Capitan, and that is a reference to Disney's El Capitan Theater. So over here in the ticket booth, you got a bunch of different Easter eggs. There's a sticky note reminder to call Tilly that references the ticket booth character in the Main Street Cinema. Order more candy from Goofy, and Powerline tickets on sale tomorrow. Goofy supplying the theater with candy is a reference to Goofy's Candy Co. and Disney Springs. And then there's a mug from Lester's Possum Park from the Goofy movie. And a photograph of the girl who was taking a picture at the beginning. There's a signed and framed comic from the Three Musketeers, which has Donald, Goofy, and Mickey's signature on it. And then flyers on the desk. They promote Ghost Hunters, a business from Lonesome Ghosts, and then Dr. Frankenolly's Mindless Work newspaper promotion from Runaway Brain. It has a list of people who not to accept checks from. That's the Beagle Brothers from all the comics. Huey was here, and Louie and Dewey. Scrooge refunds. So you've got a lot of cute references in the ticket booth. Inside the queue, you can also see all these movie posters referencing movies that already exist, like Toonsies references Newsies, Goofy Friday references Freaky Friday, High School Gooficle 3 is obviously High School Musical. We also have a photo op right inside the queue that you can step aside and take a picture with. So in this, you have the history of Toontown's hometown theater. And so you've got a bunch of different things in here. At the top, you can see the first pair of 3D glasses used at the El Capitan Theater. They were created by Professor Ludwig von Drake. Before settling on the blue and red combination, he considered a bunch of different other combinations of colors. It says, before settling on the blue and red combination, he considered many different options, including red, yellow, green, red, blue, 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 and red, purple, green, yellow, orange, red, red, which is a reference to his Spectrum song. And then right here is the right arm from one of the skeletons from the Skeleton Dance. The first ever hot dog cooked at the El Capitan on its opening day. It says, do not eat. And it's a tribute to how Mickey Mouse's first words were hot dog. Right here you see a fake film reel that says flowers and trees, and that's the first colored film ever shown at the El Capitan. And that is the same as in real world history. It was the first cartoon in color as well. The ticket comes from Big Bad Ticket Company, representing the Big Bad Wolf. It says that it was bought by Elvira Coote, which is Donald Duck's grandmother. The giant scissors used for the ribbon cutting ceremony at the El Capitan. It says scissors on loan from Willie the Giant. And that's all you'll find in here that's like Easter eggy, but the last two do say that a vintage popcorn box from our concession stand. How much did a box of popcorn cost back then? Don't ask. And then a speaker from the El Capitan's short-lived drive-in movies. It was discovered that many cars did not fit through the front doors of the lobby. Going into the queue is where you'll see a bunch of quote-unquote costumes from all the shorts and stuff. Right here, starting with the Steamboat Willie realm, you can steer this wheel. It says 100% authentic, the wheel deal. And then you've got some props from Plain Crazy, which is another short from early in the day. Music stand and drum from band concert.
They also have the Sorcerer Mickey costume from Fantasia, and occasionally the hat will float.
Scissors and Stitch from Brave Little Tailor. The Lonesome Ghost. Stare at this long enough, two ghosts appear. If you keep going, you've got Mickey's party costume right here. You've got Mickey's birthday party cake. It says it's not real, trust us. Giant key from Mickey and the Beanstalk. Poster for Pluto's Christmas tree, and then it says these are all props from Pluto's Christmas tree. This is one of my favorite Easter eggs in the queue because I love this short, and I really wish they made like replicas of the 4 snowmen and the one without the hat. And then right here on the Mickey Mouse Disco display, the record has a plaque with the G-Force Records logo. That's the fictional business from Rock and Roller Coaster over in Disney World. And you've got the whole setup matching the records from Mickey Mouse Disco and Mousercise. This was used in Christmas Carol. And then we're coming up on the costumes from The Prince and the Pauper, where Mickey played both of the main characters. We've also got the Mouse Couture from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Masterpiece. Comes with this handy helper, this armchair. And these are from Mickey Mouse Roadster Racers. Before we enter the next room, if you look on the back of the sarcophagus, it says Reddish World Builders. And this tributes Paul Reddish, an executive producer of the Mickey Mouse TV short series, which this attraction is based on. At the bottom, you can also notice that they were trying to spell sarcophagus, but they couldn't spell it right, so they just put mummy box. This is from Entombed. And then we come up on Giant Potato from Potato Land. And then these are from Our Homespun Melody. Got record player. And then from Yodelberg right here is the clock. There are so many details and Easter eggs in the concession stand room. The register comes from Lucky Dime Registers, referencing Scrooge McDuck's Lucky Dime. Its money amounts are set to $11.18 and $19.28, a tribute to Steamboat Willie's release November 18th, 1928. A sign next to the register says it's out of order with the note, "Yes, we've called Gadget," referencing the inventor character Gadget from Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Ranger. The various condiment dispensers come from Begora Farms. This references the leprechaun character Patrick Begora from Little Man of Disneyland. The barbecue sauce's smoke tree flavor is a reference to Walt Disney's Smoke Tree Ranch. The haggis being Glumgold quality references Scrooge McDuck's enemy, Flintheart Glumgold. The popcorn kernels are shaped like Mickey Mouse's head. There is also a roasty toasty style popcorn turner. The chocolate chip cookie sign is annotated to say Chocolate Chip and Dale. The witch hazelnut candy is a reference to the character Witch Hazel from Trick or Treat in 1952. Power Limes are a reference to the character Powerline from the Goofy movie, who serves as the brand's mascot. The Golly Pops are a reference to phrases said by Goofy such as golly gosh, hot dog, and oh boy. The polka dot candies are a reference to Minnie Mouse, hence being described as mini candy dots, them coming from Wowza Bowza Candy, tributes Disney Imagineering president Barbara Bowza. The cotton candy description reads, as seen at the Spoonerville Aviation Fair. Spoonerville is the hometown of Goofy, Max, and Pete in the Goof Troop Goofy movie franchise. This specifically references the events of the Goof Troop episode Hot Air. McDuck's chocolate coins are a clear reference to Scrooge McDuck and are identified as being made in Duckburg. The Laugh-O-Gram references Laugh-O-Gram Studio, the studio which Mickey Mouse's creators originally worked at. The logo is an imitation of their 1922 short, Jack the Giant Killer, while showing the characters Jack, Susie, and Julius the Cat. The gummy bears are a reference to the Disney afternoon cartoon Adventures of the Gummy Bears. The candy is identified as being made from real gummy berry juice, a magical concoction which appeared in the show. The Mallard Cups reference superhero and vigilante Darkwing Duck, aka Drake Mallard. The box art is modeled after his color scheme, and the dangerously good phrasing alludes to his cat's phrase, "Let's get dangerous." The chocolate-covered grasshopper and the ants references 1934 Grasshopper in the Ants Silly Symphony.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train?
And then after the pre-show, Goofy crashes in, which leaves a hole for you to walk into the cartoon. And that's sort of the premise of this ride, is that you are now entering the cartoon. Inside the room that's next to the ride loading station, you've just got some portraits on the wall, and then one to note is right here. You've got Employee of the Month, Engineer Goofy. The attraction has a hidden B-plot about Pluto trying to get Mickey and Minnie's picnic basket.
The tunnel, which guests first entered, is labeled 1928, a reference to the year which Mickey and Minnie Mouse first appeared. Toon Dapper Dans appear on a bicycle in the first scene, singing the theme music. A niche Disney character, Horace Horsecollar, appears in the carnival scene. Clarabelle Cow appears on the posters in the carnival scene, going by the alias of Misfortunes. And the Twister after the carnival is a reference to the Twister in The Wizard of Oz, which was planned to appear in the Great Movie Ride, which Runaway Railway replaced in Walt Disney World, but which had to be omitted due to copyright, and so it was instead to portray the Sorcerer Apprentice scene of Fantasia. Tiki totems in the jungle scene have designs which come from Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. The squid playing a trumpet is a character from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea who has had several notable appearances in the Disney park. The billboard for Deluxe O detergent mentions working for Ink and Paint. This references the Ink and Paint of Disney Animation Studios. The 1401 flower shop in the city is named in tribute to the Disney Imagineering's address, 1401 Flower Street.
You can find several hidden Mickeys throughout the attraction, like in the pipes, the gears, and the fireworks at the end.
On the way out, you've also got a photo of Walt in his train, because Walt loved trains. That leads you into the gift shop. I don't think we have any fun facts about the gift shop, but we could go over some of the merch that they have. They sell a lot of regular Mickey merch. One cute thing that's exclusive to this shop is these ears right now, and then a spirit jersey for the ride. They've got some toys based on the ride. Got a lounge fly, a wallet, more bags for the bird, kids' clothes, a tote, a cute mug, a plush of the train, it looks like a blanket, the conductor hat, more toys, another pair of ears, 2 sweatshirts, more normal Mickey gear over here. You can sell all the candy that you would find in the bakeries up front over here, along with another ear set up. Right now it's the holiday ears. They do sell power lines up here. This is where they'll have the holiday stuff, and Toontown is on this back wall. They do embroider ears and hats back there. Got your mini gear over here, and then you've got a plush wall over on the back corner. If you look above all of these, you find a bunch of different like train car toys at the top. So in Toontown they have 8 press pennies in the machine. It has all the characters from the newer Mickey Mouse cartoons, along with Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, the bird from the ride, Goofy, and Donald. It is $5 for all 8. You can see it going So I got all 8 just to show you, just because, you know, it's obviously the best deal anyway. You're paying $1 for one, you might as well pay $5 for all 8. Here they are, they're all priced. So in downtown Toontown, got a bunch of different nods to like the Main Street windows right here. So you've got the 3 Little Pigs right next to B.B. Wolf retired. This one is Jiminy Cricket, motivational speaker. And when you ring the doorbell for the photo shop, it takes a picture. Got a powerhouse. The insurance building's doorknob is actually the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland. It will change expressions when turned. That's so funny. And it says we cover tunes for permanent injury caused by hot foots, explosions, falling off cliffs, TNT disguised as cigars, getting hit on the head, booby trap gift boxes, falling anvils, safe pianos, getting run over by steamrollers, smashing into brick walls disguised as tunnels, any other animated adversities not listed herewith. And it says out of business, bankrupt, closed forever, because tunes are always getting hurt. All of the gags listed here are gags from the Looney Tunes to kind of make fun of it. You got a Toby Fortis Detective Agency window at the top, right next to the safe company with a fallen safe. Looking at all the cases, Rush to the Gag Factory, Jokes and Novelties. And then I think, oh, if you try to open them, they make noises. That's kind of scary. Assorted Springs, Rush to Goofy's Bounce House. Spare train parts delivered to Toontown train station. Jokes and Novelties, Rush to the Gag Factory. And the last one, Clarabelle's Yogurt Shop, number 3 Toon Square. We've got Toontown Postal Service. All of the trash cans say Magic, Municipal Agency of Garbage Identification and Collection, with the broom from Fantasia. Horse Collar has a gym where in front of it you can lift up a dumbbell for a photo op. The Dog Pound has movable bars for photo ops as well. You got a fireworks factory where if you push the TNT at the bottom, fireworks will smoke out of the windows. Outside of the fire department, they'll sometimes have pin trading.
And if you press the doorbell, a Dalmatian will appear.
Next door, you see the post office. You got a Mickey on the stamp. Right next to a window for Clara Cluck, which is from the old cartoons as well. And then inside the post office, you have different mailboxes for each of the characters, and they'll talk to you, like Roger Rabbit. Goofy's is upside down.
You really should
Oh,
drop
if you
me
turn
around
it.
sometime. I'd like that.
So that was Jessica Rabbit.
How do I love thee, Jessica? Let me count the ways. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Don't you just love Mickey's Toontown?
Hold on, you end up in here. Welcome to Mickey's Toontown.
And it says it's closed because he's gone fishing. This leads around all the way, I think, to all the other entrances. If you pull on the doorbell at the powerhouse, it makes a bunch of electrical noises.
And then if you listen to the police phone, you might hear someone talking back to you.
Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin is a dark style ride, and it has no height requirement. It takes place around 1947, 1948, but after the events of the movie Roger Rabbit.
In the original version of Roger Rabbit Cartoon Spin, Jessica was a damsel in distress for Roger to save, until a 2021 refurbishment reimagined the attraction with her in a private eye role influenced by Eddie Valiant in the film. Jessica's appearance in the updated Cartoon Spin appears to be inspired by appearance of comic strip character Dick Tracy, who appeared in the original Who Censored Roger Rabbit book.
The door is a cutout of him, like he smashed through the door. Inside, you've got a bunch of different license plates. 101 Dalmatian, 3 Little Pigs, Zippity Doodah, Little Mermaid, I'm Late, Wonderland, Bad Wolf. Rear view mirror, so that's the seat in the rear view mirror. Delivered Ink and Paint Club, which we've gone over before.
This is a respectable club, so if you ain't got the dough, blow.
Call board sets at 9, 10:30, and midnight. And then it has the schedule for the show. So apparently if you knock on her door, she sings to you. It works. That's cool. All performers should check valuables. For sale, singing harp, used in Mickey and the Beanstalk, good condition. Lost 1 magic feather. If contacted, please call Dumbo. And we've got singing lessons from Clara Cluck. Audition Tuesday, and they're auditioning for Melody Time. It tells them what to bring. And then you've got another ink and paint reference right here. We've got Baby Herman's room. Horace wins again, which is a reference to Horse Collar. Oh, and his wallpaper has silhouettes of Jessica Rabbit on it. And on the wall in the Weasel's lair, you've got the recipe for the dip.
Bully in the Bull's China Shop is a reference to the expression bull in the China shop.
There is a Toontown train entrance as well. This takes you over to Tomorrowland. And you can see it says Mickey's Toontown Train Depot.
Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astro blasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future.
And that's Toontown. I'm sure I forgot a lot of things. I'm sure I don't know a lot of things because there are a lot of things. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment of things I forgot, leave a comment of your favorite fact, and I guess I'll see you next time.